Welcome to the Canaveral National Seashore, a pristine, undeveloped stretch of Florida's East Coast where natural beauty, history, and space exploration all come together. Whether you're here to relax on the sandy shores, explore historic sites, or witness a rocket launch, Canaveral National Seashore has something for everyone. In this video, we'll go over all the must-see locations in both the Apollo and Playa Linda districts, the Seminole Rest historic site, and other attractions you won't want to miss. Canaveral National Seashore is located on Florida's East Coast, spanning Brevard and Volusia counties. It's situated between New Smyrna Beach and Titusville. The park protects over 24 miles of undeveloped shoreline, making it the longest stretch of pristine, undeveloped beach on the Atlantic Ocean. Access is divided into two main areas. The Apollo District is located on the northern section and is accessible from New Smyrna Beach. The Playa Linda District is located on the southern section near Titusville and offers fantastic views of rocket launches from Kennedy Space Center. Both districts are separated by the Merritt Island National Wildlife Refuge and the Kennedy Space Center, meaning there's no direct road connecting them within the park itself. Because of this, it does take an hour and a half to drive between the two main areas. Canaveral National Seashore became a part of the National Park System in 1975. Large parcels of land were set aside for the space program, and land that was not used by NASA was saved for preservation. Canaveral is more than just a beach. It's a protected ecosystem with a variety of landscapes including coastal dunes, lagoons, salt marshes, and historic sites. And because it's a designated wilderness area, you won't find any hotels, restaurants, or commercial developments, making it a perfect spot for those looking to enjoy nature in its purest form. We started our visit in the northern section of the park, which is the Apollo District. The Apollo District offers several historical and natural points of interest. Entry is $25 per vehicle and $15 for pedestrians and bicycles. And this pass will be good for 7 days in both the Apollo and Playa Linda locations. Or you can get in with the America the Beautiful National Park Pass if you have one of those. The first trail that we came across was the Turtle Mound Trail. The Turtle Mound Trail is a prehistoric shell midden left by the Timucua people over 1,000 years ago. This trail rises 35 feet high to the top of the tallest shell mound on the east coast of Florida. This is a short 0.3-mile boardwalk trail that leads to an elevated viewpoint with breathtaking panoramic views of the lagoon and the Atlantic Ocean. Early explorers once thought it looked like a turtle shell from the ocean, which is how it got its name. At the top are two observation decks that overlook the ocean on the east side and Mosquito Lagoon on the west side. In addition to the boardwalk, there's another small fisherman's trail that runs along the mound and leads down to the edge of the water. This is another very short trail that is covered with oyster shells and mangroves all over. And at the end, you're rewarded with this up-close view of Mosquito Lagoon. We're walking along the trail that goes right along the water here, and it's really cool because you get to walk like right next to these incredible mangrove trees. It is a really cool trail. It's really short. If you're looking for a nice easy trail to get your feet wet as you're coming into the park here, then this is a great one to start off with. After Turtle Mound, the next stop that we came across was the Apollo Beach Visitor Center. This is the only visitor center in the park and is where you can buy some souvenirs, pick up brochures, and get your National Parks Passport stamp. These are fun to collect and are a good way to track every national park we visit. During our visit in 2025, Canaveral National Seashore was celebrating their 50th anniversary of becoming a national park. So they have a unique limited time stamp just for the 50th anniversary. There's also a short 15-minute video that you can watch that will go over some of the history of the park. While at the visitor center, the park ranger told us that the Eldora Historic House didn't open until noon. So we decided to head over to Castle Windy Trail to kill some time until then. The trail is located at the parking area number 3. There are 5 parking areas for the beach in the Apollo District. And before starting the hike, we took a moment to enjoy the sights and sounds of the beach here. And I just love that there's no houses, hotels, or other buildings. It's just beautiful, natural beach for 24 miles straight. And with the limited parking areas, it'll never get too crowded like other touristy beaches, so you'll feel like you'll have the entire beach to yourself. However, just a fair warning though, the beach located at parking area 5 is a clothing optional beach. Okay, warning, you may encounter nude sunbathing within Boardwalk 5. Okay, thanks for that, heads up.
So, Boardwalk 5, here we come. Okay.
Well, at least they give you a heads up. That's good.
Fair amount of warning.
A fair amount of warning.
This is your last stop.
Before you see naked people.
Naked.
All right. Well, just FYI, if you've got kids, keep an eye out, or don't keep an eye out for nude sunbathers near Boardwalk 5. Yeah, it's nice that they have bathrooms in most of the parking spots, so you don't have to worry about it. Just across the street from the parking area is the start of the Castle Windy Trail. Let's see if there's anything in there.
Nope.
Nope, nothing but rocks.
No, that's not very helpful.
Literally rocks.
Are they navigational rocks?
Nope. The Castle Windy Trail is a scenic 0.8-mile out and back trail through a canopy of beautiful live oak and palm forest. Look at those. Look at those.
This guy? Some crazy plants here we've seen so far.
I know. This trail spans the entire length of the barrier island between the ocean side, and it leads all the way to Mosquito Lagoon. This is another easy walk, but it is recommended to do this trail during the winter months because mosquitoes and bugs can get pretty bad here. Along the way, there are 14 numbered signs where you can use the MPS app to read about a variety of plant life. At the end of the trail is the Castle Windy Midden, which is another historic Timucuan shell mound. This mound is composed of discarded shells and other objects dating back to around CE 1000. It does look like a tree fell on it. I'm assuming that probably happened during one of the many hurricanes that we've had in the last few years. So you can see where like remnants of a fence like used to be, but I'm assuming this is where it is. So if you know for sure, let me know down in the comments below and tell me if this is it or if it's in a different location in this area. After our hike, we drove down to the Eldora Historic House and Trail. From the parking area, there is a half-mile Eldora Village Loop trail that you can explore. And the house is located at about the halfway point along the edge of Mosquito Lagoon. The Eldora Historic House is one of the only homes remaining from the once thriving community of Eldora along the Mosquito Lagoon. The house has been restored and provides a glimpse into Florida's early settlers' lives. The house is only open Friday through Sundays from noon to 4 p.m. Inside is a small 3-room museum, and each room has exhibits where you can learn about the history of the Eldora community and Mosquito Lagoon. And to our surprise, there was also a passport stamp location here as well, where you can get a unique Eldora house stamp. This isn't listed in the MPS app, so make sure to bring along your passport for the stamp. I always wanted a house with a porch like this, so that I could with a view like this, not overlooking a road. So that is everything that you can see in the Apollo district of the park. To get to our next stop, we'll have to leave the park and drive 40 minutes down to the Seminole Rest historic site. The Seminole Rest historic site is a short 0.5-mile interpretive trail that leads to Bull Hill. It says, "Welcome to Seminole Rest, part of the Canaveral National Seashore and site of an ancient 13-foot-high Timucua shell mound. The Timucua Indians occupied this site at various times from 2000 BC to 1565. Centuries of shells and other items left in the mound tell a story." This trail is paved in some areas and a boardwalk in others, and along the way, you can learn about the Timucua Indians. This trail travels around the base of a 13-foot-high Timucua shell midden, but this one has a restored late 19th century house on site that overlooks the lagoon. And according to the sign here, it looks like the 3 mounds that we've seen today, Turtle Mound, Castle Windy, and Seminole Rest, are the only 3 mounds remaining in the area. All of the others along the coast have since been removed. After seeing the Seminole Rest Mound, we made our way towards the southern portion of the park, the Playa Linda District. This took another 40 minutes to get to the Playa Linda entrance. At the entrance here, we took a moment to get a photo with the Canaveral National Seashore entrance sign before continuing on. This district is known for its stunning beaches, space connections, and unique wildlife experiences. Like the beaches we saw in the Apollo district, Playa Linda is one of the most untouched beaches in Florida. The word Playa Linda means beautiful beach in Spanish, and it lives up to its name with its soft sand, rolling dunes, and crashing waves. It's a great spot for swimming, surfing, and sunbathing. And you won't find any houses, hotels, or other buildings here either, just beautiful, untouched beaches. This beach is also very close to Kennedy Space Center, so you can see the launch pads and vehicle assembly building from the shores.
Yeah, look at where the launch pad is. Like, that would be an incredible place to watch a rocket go off.
Yeah.
Literally, like right there, you can see right on the beach.
There are 13 parking areas here. And like the Apollo district, parking area 13 at the far end is reserved for those wanting a clothing optional experience. Between the Apollo and Playa Linda districts is the Klondike Beach, which is only accessible by foot or bicycle if you want a truly secluded beach experience. A backcountry permit is required for you to enter this area, and you must walk through one of the nude beaches to reach it. One of the most incredible experiences at Canaveral National Seashore is witnessing a rocket launch from Kennedy Space Center. Playa Linda Beach provides one of the closest public viewing spots for launches, offering an unobstructed view of the launch pads at Cape Canaveral. From May to October, Playa Linda becomes a prime nesting ground for loggerhead, green, and leatherback sea turtles. If you visit during nesting season, you might even spot tiny hatchlings making their way to the ocean. Nearby the Playa Linda district is the Merritt Island National Wildlife Refuge, which is a sister park to the Canaveral National Seashore. The Merritt Island Refuge is a paradise for wildlife lovers spanning 140,000 acres and is home to over 1,500 plant and animal species. One highlight here is the Black Point Wildlife Drive. This is a 7-mile, one-way scenic route through wetlands, offering an excellent opportunity to see wildlife. The drive has several pull-off areas with interpretive signs and boardwalk trails, making it a must for wildlife photographers and bird watchers. The Crookshank Trail is a 5-mile trail loop with an observation tower and has plenty of beautiful scenery to enjoy along the way. Just be sure to bring water, sunscreen, and bug spray as there's very little shade on this trail. It is recommended to come early morning or late afternoon for the best chance to see wildlife. While there's no fee to enter the Wildlife Refuge, there is a fee for the Black Point Wildlife Drive that you can pay in cash or online by scanning the QR code. If you do want more hiking, a short drive from the Black Point Wildlife Drive is the Oak and Palm Hammock Trails. These are two fantastic hiking trails located within Merritt Island National Wildlife Refuge. The Oak Hammock Trail is a short half-mile trail under a canopy of ancient oak trees. The boardwalks wind through seasonally flooded forest. The Palm Hammock Trail is a slightly longer 2-mile trail that takes you through a mixture of palm and oak hammocks, offering a more immersive look into the region's diverse plant life. Both trails are well maintained and perfect for visitors looking to take a break from the beach and experience Florida's natural beauty up close. And if you're spending more time in the area, Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex is an absolute must-see for any space enthusiast. Here you can explore interpretive exhibits, see the Space Shuttle Atlantis, experience a simulated launch, and even view real rockets up close. If you found any of this information helpful, I would love it if you would hit that like button and subscribe if you would like to discover more incredible things to do in Florida and beyond. I create a new video every week, and the best way to be able to see them is by subscribing. Also, I want to give a huge shout out to my channel members. You guys help keep this channel going, and I couldn't be more thankful. If you would like to help support what we do here and get exclusive emotes, early access to our videos, and more, click the link in the video description for more details. If you would like to see more of our national park adventures, then you'll want to check out our playlist that just popped up on the screen. In this playlist, we visit other Florida parks like the Castillo de San Marcos, Fort Matanzas, and be sure to check back soon for our upcoming coverage of Biscayne and the Everglades National Parks. Until next time.